After her second breast cancer diagnosis, this Cedarburg woman and her doctor decided that a double mastectomy would be the best path to take. But her insurance doesn't agree. As the I-Team's Kristen Byrne reports, the company will cover the removal of one breast, but not the other.
Judy Weiss's insurance company will only cover the cost of removing her breast that has cancer, not the other breast that's cancer-free. Judy has had breast cancer before. She has undergone chemo, radiation, and surgery. She says she still has enough fight in her to dispute this denial.
A lot of tears, and in fact, they might start now.
High school science teacher Judy Weiss beat breast cancer more than a decade ago. Back then, it was in her left breast. It came back this past summer in her right.
It had metastasized beyond my breast into the lymph nodes of my armpit. My surgeon and I agreed that the double mastectomy was the best way to go.
Before her surgery, she learned her insurance company, WEA Trust, wouldn't cover the cost of removing the non-cancerous breast. She decided to go forward with it anyways, borrowing $15,000 from her brother to prepay for some of the medical care. WEA Trust explained the denial in a letter sent to Judy, citing the National Comprehensive Cancer Network guideline and how it should only be considered for women with a genetic mutation known to confer a high risk of breast cancer with compelling family history or thoracic radiation therapy under age 30.
It didn't really even apply to me because it referenced younger women, and I'm 61.
Judy is fighting the denial. Her entire medical team of doctors has written letters to WEA Trust supporting her surgery. Her oncologist even pointed out Judy had breast cancer in the left breast before, and a double mastectomy would provide her with symmetry and reduce her risk of getting cancer again. WEA Trust declined our request for a virtual interview. A representative told us, in part, WEA Trust uses nationally recognized clinical guidelines to determine medical necessity in situations like this.
It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Board-certified patient advocate Debbie Deutsch isn't connected with Judy's case, but looked it over at our request. She agrees with Judy. The health guidelines her insurance is citing don't apply here.
WA picked evidence-based points that Judith does not fit the criteria for.
She points out it would be cost beneficial for WEA Trust to cover Judy's double mastectomy.
If they would approve what she is requesting, it would be less expensive for the insurance company because there would be no need for future mammograms.
Debbie applauds how Judy had advocated for herself and thinks she should now get her local lawmakers involved. Judy says the fight at this point isn't just for her.
It's really quite scary. I can imagine there are women going through this that just say, I can't do this surgery.
For the I-Team, I'm Kristen Byrne.
Well, medical debt is something that millions of Americans struggle with. According to GoFundMe, about 1/3 of the site's donations are to cover medical costs. Our I-Team has done numerous investigations on the burden healthcare costs can have on people right here in Southeast Wisconsin. Recently, Kristen Byrne did a story about a local woman who was charged just more than $8,000 for something she says she never agreed to. To watch that story and find out how the hospital and insurance company responded after we contacted them, you can head to tmj4.com/I-Team.